Hi guys, today I will introduce you about pH. So what are you waiting about? Let's zoom in. Acids and bases find various applications in our daily life, right from food to our electronic devices to our body. Acids and bases are present everywhere. We have also seen behavior of acids and bases in water. Acids in aqueous solutions produce hydrogen ions, whereas bases produce hydroxyl ions. But are all the acids same? Can one acid be strong and the other be weak? What about bases? Are all bases the same too? Yes, some acids and bases are stronger than the other. Let's check that out with some examples. Some acids and bases are present in food items and are safe to consume. But there are dangerous ones which cannot be consumed. Instead, they can be used as toilet cleaners and shampoos. Then there are some even harsher acids and bases which harm us when touched with bare hands. They are used in industries. From this, we can infer that acids and bases vary in their strength. So what makes an acid or a base strong? Well, they certainly don't drink any powder building supplements like this wrestler. Their strength is simply related to their ionic concentration. Let's see how. Acids which produce a greater concentration of hydrogen ions in water are said to be strong acids. So obviously, weak acids are those which produce a lower concentration of hydrogen ions in water. Now, can you guess what makes base strong or weak? Yes, it is the concentration of hydroxyl ions in water. So the concentration of hydrogen or hydroxyl ions produced in the aqueous solution gives the measure of the strength of an acid or a base respectively. So now, I wonder how the strength of an acid or a base measured. Scientists have come up with simple scales to measure the strength. For acids, this scale is called pH scale. Here, pH stands for power of hydrogen. Now, let's explore the pH scale. We see that the scale varies from a value of 0 to 14. Here, most acidic substance falls at 0. This means that the concentration of hydrogen ion is maximum, while at 14, the concentration of hydrogen ion is least, making it the least acidic. So now, let us explore the scale used for bases. Since bases produce hydroxyl ions in solutions, their strength is measured using a pOH scale. Here pOH stands for power of hydroxyl ions. The scale also varies from a value of 0 to 14. Here again 0 represents most basic substance due to the maximum concentration of hydroxyl ions, while 14 represents the least basic substance due to the least concentration of hydroxyl ions. I wonder, these two scales look so similar. Can they be related somehow? Yes, in fact, they are related. They are exactly opposite to each other. Are you wondering how? Well, the least acidic substance can only be the most basic. On the other hand, the most acidic substance is least basic. Let us flip one of the scales to match them up. Wow, check this out. While moving from top to bottom on the scales, all the pH and pOH values are different from one another and are steadily changing, and their sums remain constant at 14. Also, more interestingly, at one point we find pH is equal to pOH. This is called point of neutrality. Pure water, which is a neutral substance, lies here. So moreover, as both the scales are related, we can always easily find one from the other. So this means we can calculate both pH and pOH for acids and bases. Then why do we need even two scales? Can't we just use one? Surely we can. As for the sake for simplicity, we use pH scale for calculating the strength of both acids and bases. Now, when an acid or base is dissolved in water, the neutrality of pure water is disturbed. On adding an acid, the concentration of hydrogen ions increases. On the pH scale, this means the solution is more acidic and hence its pH is decreasing. On the other hand, adding a base increases the concentration of hydroxyl ions. On the pH scale, this means that the solution is more basic and hence its pH increases. So in short, lower the pH, more acidic the substance, whereas higher the pH, more basic the substance.